she wants to hang on her right shoulder, rightfully so. When she hangs on her right shoulder, what she'll do is step to the right with the right hind leg, so she doesn't have to engage it. And what we'd like to do is convince her by taking her off of her shoulder that she can put her hind leg underneath. Just a little teeny weeny bit. And I'm going to work on the pole just like I did in hand while we're going forward. There you go. You're all right. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good. So right and left, for me, the reins are there to release the horse through the pole as much as through the spinal process. But the pole is first, as long as the pole is locked up. I know that the hind end isn't going to work and I won't have good access to the dorsal spine. And because her upper back is locked, that's through the rein, I'll access the spine through her position. I'll release some of the spinal process. But I want to be mindful that I don't ask her too much because she's a really nice horse. She's got a really good work ethic. If I ask her too much, she'll give me too much and then she'll work too hard on her hind leg. There you go, easy. There you go. So to get her to release at the pole so that the spine works over the entire top line instead of just at the neck. Starts with me asking her to release at the pole laterally, then longitudinally, and then releasing the neck so that the upper back can release a little. And it's not a big thing. It's not a big movement. And when I go left, I have to move my seat to the left. As I go right, she'll bring her right side up, the right side of her back up, and I'll let my seat come back to the center. So in that case, what we're doing is adjusting our seat to help our horse. If you think of this piece of your riding as physical therapy for your horse, then you'll save dollars in vet bills trying to repair the right hind leg. And it won't repair it, it will patch it. So it's better to use postures and positions now as physical therapy to redevelop than try to patch your horse back together again when she's broken. There you go. There you go. There you go. You're okay. Let go. Let go. There you go. See, much softer angles so that the energy needs to travel clearly through. If we break her neck, she'll be on her outside shoulder. She'll try to fight like heck to be on her inside shoulder. There. There you go. Now let's see what we've got here. Careful. Don't fall down. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. So this is working on her neck and her upper back and transition down. There. Good. 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 You're okay. And down again. Down again. Not weight. It's not weight. So I'm not going to pull her back. I'm going to let her learn to slow down her energy in her feet. Then I'm going to energize her. You're okay. There you go. There you go. large circle takes some of the compression out of it, some of the request to flex through the joints. It puts her in a position where we'd like her to flex through the joints, but not so much that she's worried about it. So I don't want her to try to throw her weight forward when we ask her to engage the right hind leg, which is what I find, and which would be the right thing for her to think about to protect herself. So she's never wrong. There you go. Look at her. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good. Up your shoulder. Come onto your shoulder. There you go. Good. Good. There you go. Now when we walk her, the stride should be long, but we shouldn't have to hold her back. We should let her slow down her feet. So if we walk her long, the back, the dorsal spine of the withers that's already locked down will actually drop even further if we lengthen her stride too much. So that's where she gets that kind of camely walk from. So that's where they see her walking, riding downhill when you're trying to engage because her dorsal spine doesn't work well. There you go. And that stems from the heaviness in the bridle, but that stems from the weakness in the hind leg. There you go. There you go. Good. Good. Try that. Not on your shoulder, no. Not on your shoulder. Not on your shoulder. Good. Try that. We'll get that hind leg a little bit more flexible and see what happens with it. There you go. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Good. Better. 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 Just a step or two is better. And then I'll give her a recess to the other side because we get that hip activating it so that it works. There she goes into dropping her back and lengthening her walk so much, so I'll pick up my reins again and ask her to come up with her upper back instead of down with her upper back. So historically, they lose the walk because they compress the horse so much. And so what they do out of experience is they say, well, we lose the walk because when we're working on quote-unquote collection, we lose the walk, so we'll lengthen the walk a lot and speed it up, which is as devastating as the compression thought to be in collection is to the walk in the beginning. One drops the back, the other locks the back. So it's in between there. Get that walk so that she's balanced, not so fast, and get to where you can transition in the walk in connection. So straighten your neck. Try again. Wait. Now I can stop her a little bit better on the left hind. So here, when I make that turn, she wants to swing way out with the right hind. I'm just going to put my whip on the right side and get her to release to the left rein. I'll come around the circle and go to travers again. Just to help her hold that posture, I'm going to use a fairly large figure circle. There you go. There you go. Better. Better. And as we come to the corner, I'm going to ask her to hold the right hip so it doesn't swing. I have the wall, so I can use that as well. There you go. And here, you're all right. It's not a rat, it's a whip. Here, I'm going to counterbend her, ask her for a hip. There you go. rather than force her into that posture, where she has to step under with her outside leg, I'll just counterbend her and make that her inside leg. We'll come back and try that again. Move over to the left, so we free her up a bit. And if she gets stuck or she gets real weighty in the bridle, I'll counterbend it. There you go. There you go. And that's what clears that right hind leg. So if I can get her to come into haunch in posture through there and release the inside rein, then that right hind leg can step in and across and carry her body weight. I don't want to interfere with my body weight. I want her to carry her body weight. Oh, wait. There you go. There you go. Good. And here. And here. And here. Wait. Hold on. You're here. Stay here. Stay here. So launches in left. We'll have to be really kind of careful. When I start, she wants to swing right. So I'm going to just counterbend her like that. Get that hind bend over a little bit. And then I'm going to change the bend left. Move her shoulders to the right. Keep her hind bend aligned. And then bring her shoulders back to the left. So that she doesn't weak that inside shoulder, trying to get away with the outside hind. There you go. There you go. There you go. There's the beginning of correction. Stepping in underneath herself. I'm going to have you sit on her for a few moments and start to feel some of those pieces. Walk. We have to pick her. I'll pick her neck up like that and ask her to release it. The pull, now that we've loosened the neck and the pull muscles. Here you go. Just pick up just a little bit so she goes there, and then let her stretch or release down into the bridle so she connects to the bridle there. Then what happens is the life comes into the upper back. Go ahead. You're all right. Good. 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 There. And release in motion is the next piece. So as I put her hind leg under, I'll ask her to release her neck and her upper back. If she gets stuck anywhere in there, I'll just keep my connection. There you go. Good. Good. Let's try the other side and see how that works. You're all right. You're all right.
So when I do this and when I get the feeling sometimes is that she doesn't want to moving.
Just go around. Be a mobile pose. Put that hind leg under. The reason she pushes through you is because she's not got that the right hind leg under. And she's trying to brace so that she doesn't have to put any weight in the hind leg. She'll lean on the shoulder and push that hind leg through. But if we're a mobile post and she pushes, just let her come around. And she's got nothing to push on. See the kink in her tail? That's the tightness in her back. There you go. Good, good, good. You're all right. You're all right. Come up here. Come up here. There you go. Good. She's always going to brace for a while, more on that right rein, until we get that right hind leg in a better posture. Stifle rotated in, hip rotated under, and hind leg under the rib cage so it supports her back a little bit, her core, but it also allows her to move over her hind leg instead of with no support to the middle of her. So as she gets that hind leg working, she's going to be able to use her pelvis and use the strength in her hind end and her sacrum to lift you up and to round her spine instead of dropping her spine. So here I'm not going to sit down on her back. I'm going to work on her releasing so she can soften her back, so I can engage her hind leg further without force. You're all right. Good. Good. feels that I'm trustworthy, I'll ask her to put that hind leg under without sitting on my right seat. I actually will lift myself up quite a bit to help her get that hind leg working. Once she rotates that hip back into the socket again, they rotate out when they pronate, and then the joints don't work. As we go along, if we can relax her into spiraling out circle, the muscles around, the ligaments around the joint will relax, and that hip joint will want to go back into the socket. It's not out of socket, it's rotated out of position in the socket. So we want to rotate it back in, so instead of the leg being this way, it rotates this way. So because there's lots of brace in the right brain, it keeps that hind leg from rotating into the socket. I won't do a lot of it on one side. I'll go and change to the other side so that I don't fatigue the muscles in her rib cage, back, neck, shoulders, or her hip and pelvis. Now here she's going to roll her back way over to the right because the right hind leg won't hold her up. As we put the left hind leg under, I'm going to put my right leg back just a little bit to hold her hind leg a little. And then when we get to shoulder in, we'll put that underneath a little bit better. She'll tell me when she's, there you go, good. When she starts to loosen the left leg, she tightens the left leg to support the right leg. So I'm going to work on loosening the left leg. First, I wanted to put the right hind leg underneath her. And now I'll work on loosening the left hind leg so that she starts to work in between both hind legs. Here you go. There you go. And this is about balancing her laterally and longitudinally, and getting the joints to work correctly so that you have a whole horse when you go home. If you have a whole horse and you can ride her straight, you'll have a horse that's 10 times better, but the other thing that's much better is that you'll have a horse that will get more sound and stronger. So that's really my goal, is that you have a sound horse that gets stronger and stronger, not weaker and weaker. Yes, I will. Somewhere over there's another whip that's shaped somewhat like yours. So I don't have to change from side to side. Right there, that's it. Thank you. Thank you. You're all right. She said, uh-oh. Now he's serious. Oh, boy. So I'm going to work on her top line somewhat. More by release and posture than by force, so that her hind legs are always able to go under in forward motion. So I'm not going to compress her. I'll leave her neck out there. Again, half pirouette. Loose, and then the same thing to the right. She stretches out and uses her back better. There she goes with her camel walk. So I'm going to ask her to release at the pole and shorten her stride a little, just through a very small connection in the bridle, and then let her hind leg come up underneath her so she rounds her back. There you go. So the camel walk comes from us lengthening the walk when the back doesn't work, in the thought that if we lengthen the walk, the back will work better. And because we lose the walk by compression in the spine, we think that lengthening the stride will solve that problem, and it won't. Accessing the spine and engaging the hind leg gently so that things work will get the upper back to lift in and operate. There you go. There you go. There, good. So where she wants to roll her back to the right, so push her left hind leg under. Now that I've got a little bit of a right hind leg under there, I can ask her to move her left hind leg under and support without stiffening to hold up the right hind leg. And I'll do just little bits of that for her on that side and come right around to the right. And it's a lot of work for her, so there she goes with her thought of speed up her walk and lengthen. There I'll work on her top line and push the hind leg under. And when she starts to think about her back, then I'll actually lengthen the neck a little bit. There she's thinking about her upper back. I'll lift my seat a little. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. Good. Then what happens is Linda's horse will start to move through her back, move through her hips, and she'll have true movement that develops instead of stilted movement that will get worse and worse. And that's what she gets on her tests. The horse doesn't go through, it is on her forehand, but the horse doesn't have any choice but to be on her forehand because she can't use her back or her hips yet. So once we get that all working again, said we just strip it down to first grade so that things start to work again. A little bit, step here, step there. There you go, even up your hind legs. So when I ask her to move her left hind under, I'm going to not sit on my seat. Yes, when you're in a judged class, you're going to have to make it this or that, but step over. No, don't lift up. I don't want that. Step over. No, you can do it. And this is about her right hind, not her left hind so much. So I'll get her in a posture where she can step under. There you go. There you go. There. Good. And as soon as she steps under and makes that effort to clear the joints in her left hind leg, what she doesn't want to do is step out with the right hind leg. As soon as we get the left hind leg under there, then she can support the right hind leg and she'll be able to step out just that little bit. Now she's got lots of energy behind, but she still wants to flatten in her upper back, so I'll slow that down. Just gently ask her to release at the jaw and pull her leg and adjust her forward length of stride. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good. Good. Now, relax. Not fast. Now, when I release her neck and she drops her back, I'm going to pick up my heel in the rein again and slow down the walk again. Over here. Good girl. Just so that she starts to think about staying in balance even in free walk. Even in free walk. Then you can lengthen the walk if she holds her back up. If she doesn't hold her back up, you can't lengthen the walk because she'll drop her back. Drop her chest, and then she's on the forehand, and then you've got the same thing you had in trot. There you go. Let's see what we've got here. There. Can you go here? Here. Here. Good. 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 So I'll just ask her to flex through shoulder in, travers posture, shoulder in, travers posture. She's going to throw her shoulder to the left, so I'll come back to the circle and recommence. I'll give her a little bit more of an arc here. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's better. there she kept her shoulders in the middle, which was what I was looking for, instead of dropping her left shoulder. Big leg. Here you go, big leg. Big leg. There. There you go. There you go. There you go. Let's see what we got here. As soon as she starts to drop the shoulder in schooling, you'll ask her to move her shoulders over again. She's going to be pretty determined to drop that left shoulder when we come to left half pass or haunch in into their left. So if we're out in the open, we get an opportunity to move our shoulders back, out again, and upward. I'm going to start half pass, haunches in, with the haunches a little in the forefront and give her more bend all the way to the shoulder to arrest the propensity to drop into the inside shoulder. There you go. There you go. Easy. There you go. There you go. There you go. There. And before she drops that shoulder, walk straight out. So I'm looking for the quality of the step in that movement. No, drop your back. Drop your back. Now that she's got a little bit more room in her hind end to step under, now I can sit a little bit more, slow down the walk, and then flex to the hind end a little bit. Because we worked at what we worked at in hand, she can let go a little bit to the right, on the right rein. And I can clear that right hind a little bit. There you go, and forward. She doesn't, it's not the distance, it's the quality of the movement that I'm looking for. And now balance from shoulder to shoulder. So, there you go. And I'll try this left shoulder again. Good. Good. And bring your shoulders in front of the hind end. There. And there. There. And forward. And to halt. And to halt. You're all right. So, because she adjusted her back, her halt was pretty good, but because she just dropped her back in her progression and leaned on the bridle and ran back, I'm going to ask her to change that thought. There you go. There you go. Good. Good. See if you can change that thought in the bridle. Because she thinks I'm supposed to pull her backwards. I'd like her to think that she can step backwards. There you go. There you go. Because I have her hind legs now a little bit more under her, I can ask her to step backwards, and she can attempt to step backwards without me pulling her. If I have to pull her, she's going to lock her back up and her pole up, and it's going to look ugly and tight. If I can convince her to step back herself and loosen through the neck like that, then we'll have something going. So we want the neck reasonably straight so that the energy comes through the neck. When we go forward, we want to release here and in the pole, those three places on her. Just a little try. Not a lot of try. Get a correct movement. Try where she puts some energy in, lifts her back, keeps that energy through, lets her lengthen her spine a little bit, and keep the hind leg under. Hind leg has to move off of your leg. She doesn't have to be hot off the leg. She just has to know how to move off of your leg. That only comes after they are in position to be able to accomplish that. You can do it. You're all right. Good. Come on over here. Good. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. Great. Now let's make you straight so mommy doesn't get all worried about it. You're all right. You're all right. So once I get her to where she can listen to your leg, then I'll have to ask her to go straight because she'll get all wiggly if you get tight with your legs. So she'll get all wiggly, and you'll say she's all wiggly. They'll say, yeah, but at least you have access to the hind leg now, right?
I will complain about that work.
Well, we're going to put you on her now because she's gotten to a point that she's actually using her back, using her hind leg, using her pelvis, using her shoulders, releasing through the top line, and rounding in the dorsal spine. Good. 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 Here. And wait. Good. Yes. So it looks like not much is going on, but there's a lot going on. There you go. So when you move the right hind leg under, pick your seat up at home in practice so that you can move that right hind down under and spiral out in shoulder in posture so the shoulders are moving outward and the hind leg is moving under. Keep your seat soft, keep her neck soft. Good. Now, okay, you shake back there. Oh, not there. Here. We're in here. Good girl. Try that. Try that. That won't work. Try that. That won't work. Try that. Thank you. Try that. Well, you can do it that way, but it won't work. There you go. Try that. Try that. There you go. Try that. Try. This is just her, on the clock kind of thing where she's braced in her neck again, just a little bit. There you go. She said, well, if you're going forward, then I brace in the neck. I'm going to try to convince her not to. No, over here. Thank you. There you go. Better, and forward again. And here. So this is unteaching old habits. Here. You can stay in here. You're all right. There you go. There you go. Good. And as she releases, it's when I release that. There she's in balance.